Hi, subscribe to my channel Shobha Rana for more.
Swamiji, you're talking about the dangers of this half-baked knowledge about spirituality. Now, there are people who have listened about or learned about spirituality, but it's again a half-baked knowledge because it's not coming to actions yet. So I have heard that forgiveness is good, letting go is good, holding resentment is bad. And when in practice, I start to practice forgiveness, I am forgiving on a very surface level. In the deep inner level, I still hold resentment. I am letting go on a very superficial worldly level till the time it's justifying or saving my face. But on a deep inherent level, I'm still held on to things. I'm still getting manipulated by my triggers. My behavior is not transforming from within. So, how does one bring about this actual inner transformation, which is not a slave of just the concepts or half baked knowledge or practice of these concepts?
We have to keep this flame burning against our defects. So we must never justify. अरे ये तो माया का संसार है सब ठीक है etc. We must remain aware. At the same time, the law of incremental growth, it's going to be a journey. And spirituality is a long journey. So don't expect immediate transformations that we go from sinner to saint in a day. We will have to be very patient. When it comes to giving up resentment, forgiving, it is even more difficult than giving up attachments. People find it easier to let go of their attachments and more difficult to let go of their hurts. Right? But then you realize that the hurt is hurting nobody else but yourself. Like somebody said, that to harbor resentment is like to drink poison and hope the other guy dies. And the spiritual journey will require us to master forgiveness. Without that, you will remain stuck at a certain point in time. And what is real forgiveness? Like you said, that there is one level of forgiveness which is superficial. And what is the test of forgiveness? The test of forgiveness is that you can interact with the person who hurt you if required. You can come in front of that person who hurt you without experiencing any negativity in yourself. Then you know that you have succeeded in mastering this virtue of forgiveness.
But Swamiji, is that a factor of time or is that a factor of real forgiveness? Let's say I am deeply hurt with something that someone very close to me has done. You said that real forgiveness, the test for real forgiveness is that when they come in front of you, you don't feel the same things again. But what happens is, let's say I'm meeting them after a week or a month, there's still some residual effect that's going on. And let's say I'm meeting them after 2 years, then things are different. So is it that I have learned forgiveness or is it that time has healed certain wounds? How do I know that I'm actually forgiving?
See, lack of forgiveness actually came from lack of understanding of the world. We thought this person should have behaved perfectly with me. We forgot that ultimately this person is Mayadheen. This person has been in Maya for so many lifetimes. There's selfishness, anger, greed, desire, everything. So that person's negative behavior became a big deal for us. It was our own thought process that was responsible for our hurt. And we were blaming the other person. Now, with the passage of time, the importance of that reduced. So it was a natural process of the resentment decreasing. But if you have mastered forgiveness, you will then be able to just spit out this resentment completely. If ever it raises its head, you should have the ability to spit it out. That is what the saints do. And how do they do it? They just have a couple of things. The first is that they understand the world for what it is. So they don't have any false expectations. Right? Now, when the child is born, the mother thinks he next Raman Kumar banega. It's a wrong expectation. And when the child grows up to be something else, there's disappointment. So the saints are very well aware and realistic. And the second most important thing is that even in adverse environment, you have the freedom to choose your own thoughts. It is in the exercise of that freedom that you truly unleash your spiritual potential. Until then, people are snipes, subject to the negative influences of people. The SNOIP. Now, what is the nature of a saint? The saint says that real sadhana means there's reason for anger and still I'm not getting angry. That means I mastered my mind. There's reason for hatred, and yet I'm not harboring hatred. There's reason for pride, but I'm free from pride. The fruit of sadhana must be the decoupling of the mind from the externals. And then this mind, which was until that point an enemy of ours, it becomes our friend. Then we can use it for its full potential.